And now I want to bring in attorney and ABC News contributor Channa Lloyd. So, Channa, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely happy to be here.
Earlier this afternoon, you actually said that you thought the jury would find Potter guilty of second-degree manslaughter, but not first-degree as well. So what do you think it was that convinced the jury to convict on both counts?
I think what the jury saw was that this was something that was needless and didn't need to rise to the level of the force that she used. I think we also saw a jury that determined that through her training, she should have been aware that she was pulling a gun as opposed to a taser. And I think that's what the jury saw. They saw negligence on her part, and that rose to the level of manslaughter 1.
And you're saying you saw it. I mean, prosecutors there relied heavily on body camera footage from the shooting to build their case, saying Potter was reckless when she reached for her gun, not her taser. She also took the stand, you see it there, to testify in her own defense. Do you think that this verdict shows perhaps the video from an incident is more reliable than in-court personal testimony?
You know, it's interesting. Videos sometimes can be more powerful than in-court testimony, but the truth is when we're talking about these type of charges, the jury wants to hear from the defendant. They want to test your credibility. They want to see what you're like on the stand. They want to listen to the answers that you're being posed to the questions. So that's what the jurors really are looking for when you talk about this sort of testimony. In the video, what we saw, and I think which was very impactful for this jury, was we saw an officer who had two other officers inside the car. There was a passenger. The vehicle was not stationary. And I think all of those things added to why the jury felt that this was something that was just negligent, because there were so many other factors at play that created this reckless behavior.
Well, the defense attorneys today asked for bail. They argued that Potter had no criminal history, had served as a police officer for 26 years, and according to her own testimony, had never abused power or received a complaint from the public. Her lawyer also saying she's not a flight risk. The judge denied that request. So what is your response to that decision?
I think the judge made the right call. Typically, when we're looking at felonies that rise to this level of manslaughter and above, they are typically remanded into custody immediately after a jury is given a guilty verdict. So I don't find this very surprising at all.
And Potter could face up to 15 years in prison. So tell us what to expect in the sentencing portion of this trial. Do you think she could actually face that maximum?
Realistically, she's a first-time offender with no priors. I think that we are not looking at a maximum sentence in her case. I think we're going to be looking towards the lower end of the spectrum because of her prior history and the fact that she has no criminal history, no complaints. But there are some aggravating factors that the state is going to argue should increase her from the base portion of that sentence. So I think we're really going to end up somewhere in the mid-range with her, somewhere from 3, possibly 2, but under 7. I don't think we're looking at a max penalty here.
All right, Channa Lloyd, as always, we truly appreciate your insight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.